Welcome back everyone to another video. Today I'm going to be reviewing two of the best replays that I have had in my streams of the year in World of Tanks. So these are kind of more recently because I've actually had time to record them and I've been able to remember to actually record them and save them. I've had a couple of other ones, but I think these two are going to be the best ones, at least as far as streaming. So both of these replays were actually during the same stream. I did a course of a 5-hour one or so, and it turned out to be pretty good. So we're going to play Ghost Town, and we're defending, and we're going to play the 257 Heavy. And I'm going to go to one of my favorite positions that I learned from Taki himself, from my favorite, one of my favorite World of Tanks YouTubers. By the way, Chems is #1. That's never going to change. Yeah, it's going to be pretty fun. I was quite surprised. We get kind of lucky. And if you want to see these clips of my live gameplay, I will leave a link down below in the description of the exact time, so you guys can see kind of some of the my funniest parts, at least from this clip in the replay. Yeah, it's going to start a little bit slow. North is kind of just at a stalemate. South, the enemy is kind of pushing a little bit aggressively. We can see our EBRs going at each other constantly, and it's going to be pretty fun. So normally I usually typically see people peek this a lot more often, but this stream, when I was streaming this, I'm going to adjust my webcam because it looks terrible. I mean, it still does, but anyway. People don't usually wait this long to poke, at least from what I've noticed. This is probably the longest I've ever had to wait, but we're not gonna let that. I'm not gonna let that stop me. The key here is patience, and it does pay off, as you'll see throughout this replay at least. And it's quite worth it. Of course, I always fire all gold in this tank. Same with the 50B, because the AP pen is just terrible at 240, 230. It is not good at all for 210. It's workable if you play tier 8, but it's not great. Of course, I missed that because I don't fully aim, because I wasn't expecting him to do this. So I think that was a shot worth trying for, and unfortunately, we do roll one of our shots on him. Actually, I'm sorry, we roll 2 of our shots, so we don't end up killing him. But that's not a big deal because, I'm sorry guys, this is driving me nuts. We do end up getting some free damage there, so I'm just gonna decide to reload. And like I've talked about this tank a lot, but when I stream, I very rarely play 10s as much because I tend to perform worse when because I don't know who's gonna be watching me. It could be someone famous, and they're gonna end up, you know, saying something about me that I don't want. You know, I mean, if they call me trash, then I mean that's true, but I just don't want to get roasted by good streamers. So I try to, but even though I try harder, it probably doesn't help. I just end up playing worse. We do get spotted. I think it was that E75 that was sitting there. I think he's what spotted me when I poked there. And so far, EBR is the only reason that the enemy hasn't pushed south. They are starting to push this, and so I thought, this is free damage right here, guys. This is why I love this position. If the enemy overcommits, then again, my fault for it. Yeah, I don't ask me where that shot went because I have no idea. But we are going to bully him just a little bit, and just as I thought I was about to kill him, someone does snatch him away. It actually ends up being the artillery of all people. You know, why wouldn't it be artillery? But I do end up loving Artie later this game. You guys will see, and it's quite entertaining if I do say so myself. So, of course, we have another overcommitted tank, and he's gonna feel a little bit of the T57 Heavy's wrath. Kind of a surprise that 3rd shell pen, to be honest, considering it was his track. But if I look at my mini map and I look to my left, I notice I am gonna get yellowed by the E75. This is another reason I love this tank. The armor is so troll, and the DPM is just incredible for an autoloader. I think it's like 2,800 or almost 3K. I could be wrong about that, but at least based off my memory, that's what is up there. And yeah, he got to experience almost average clip from a T57 Heavy, and he's not paying attention to me, and I'm going to very lucky time there. and Yeah, that's the part where I love my allied artillery. I mean, it would have been fine regardless. I would have been just fine. But if I could avoid taking an extra shot of damage, that would have been super, super nice. And it did end up happening. I got kind of lucky there, if I'm being honest. So yeah, we've got pretty much 6K already. I mean, it is tier 8, so you guys are going to say, but again, we're just reviewing the two best games that I've had while I was on stream. So, um, yeah. So, the South, I don't know if this was the right move. It didn't really do me any negative favors here, but I could have probably drove a little bit further to the left. I don't know if it really would have mattered. I think it would have been proxied anyway by the AE, but maybe I could have poked at a different angle and saved the shot, but I have HP. But yeah, this is where things start to get a little bit intense. I decide to run away, which is probably the right move considering what I'm getting shot by. Duh. Sorry guys, I'm a little not completely myself, but I'm a little hyper / in that mental state right now where I'm just a little whacked up here. You know, I kind of am in general, if I'm honest. But yeah, let's just enjoy this clip right here. Yeah, and of course, not completely my fault, but also completely my fault. And there's the guy I was not wanting to see. I should have expected getting yelled at by him, honestly, but I can just face hug him and he'll struggle to pen me for the most part. And I was gonna go after him, but I didn't want to lose any more HP because I didn't know if him or some other guy was gonna yell at me like I was afraid, especially of that Yak Tiger if he was with them, because that Yak Tiger all takes a shot from him and this KP, and then I'm done for. And both my again, another reason I love my artillery this game is because they actually helped me. And this here, very lucky bounce. I don't know if I should have aimed for a little. I should have aimed for a little longer, looking back. But I didn't want to get shot again by the Yak Tiger, so I kind of just risked it. And look who decided to return. He thinks I'm on reload. That was also my fault, but also not, because that was RNG for just being stupid, but also is my fault because I didn't fully aim. So, despite it being close to point blank, but you know, it is what it is. Unlucky, probably. Was it still my fault? Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm very hesitant now because I wasn't sure if the Yak Tiger was going to YOLO me because he probably thinks I might have someone else with me. I honestly don't know. But, I mean, he was playing it safe, so I don't blame him whatsoever for it. But, yeah, I got kind of very lucky this game. This is one of the replays you'll see me get kind of pretty lucky in as far as those bounces. I know kind of part of it was RNG, but at the same time, you know, it, I forgot what I was going to say, guys. I'm just going to fast forward a little bit, but, it doesn't, am I not hitting the right? Am I not hitting? Okay, ignore me, guys. Ignore my stupidity. But yeah, let's just say that last stream I had was very good compared to all the other ones I've had because I'm quite the bad player in general, and when I stream I play even worse, except for these two battles are an exception. Surprising trap shot. Surprising that didn't pen, but this is yeah. Nice sub 8K there. 7.9 and 1,300 assist. I'll take it, guys. I can't complain about that whatsoever. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on real quick, and we're going to look at another replay. And I'm gonna show you these guys. I'm gonna show you guys this here real quick as well. And I gotta change this. Let's see. Why isn't this working? There we are. Okay, so here are the battle results. Like, pretty easy, honestly. Um, Not surprising for a tier 8 game. Most of you guys would say, most of you good players. The second highest damage in our team didn't even get 3k. That's because I kind of farmed them all. Not surprising there. Because of all gold, I'm surprised I didn't lose more, honestly, from that. But I'm not going to complain either. You know, what more can you do? It's it's very, very nice. Now this was probably the most surprising game I've ever had in a stream. So this was a completely different it's a very good game for a very bad map, in my opinion, just because of the way it's laid out. I'm not saying you can't have good games on it, because obviously what I'm about to show you completely says otherwise. But for me, it just doesn't feel like it's great unless if you're a hull down, and we'll get to that in a moment. You guys will know what map I'm talking about once it loads, of course. I'm too lazy to edit this out, and I'm very tired. It's been a long day. So, yeah, I do not like this map whatsoever, and the reason is because it's freaking, I forget the name of it, Mannerheim line. I know how to play this map for the most part, but there's a lot of situations where I think it could just be me being stupid and not, you know, putting 2 and 2 together. But for me, if in a lot of situations there's a lot that you can't do, it feels like kind of at a stalemate, you know, unless if you have allies or enemies that just completely rush north or south or do something like that, you know. I know a lot of maps are kind of like that, but this map especially. What I usually do is I usually head up to E4, E5, so like roughly like right here, where you guys see my mini map where my mouse is. Can you guys actually see it? I can't even. Yes, you can. Cool. So I decided to go here because we have an ELC, and because we also. I'm not gonna outspot any. I'm not gonna outspot many light tanks, especially ELCs in this tank. If you guys are wondering why I have that equipment, I don't know if you were paying attention, but yes, I do have turbo rammer and optics, and the reason is because I aggressive scout in this if possible when the time is right. And also, I play this mainly as a sniper medium / support medium. It doesn't have any armor whatsoever, of course. It's a light tank. It's a big German tank. But I like the alpha. The gun is basically, it makes it perform as a medium tank, but it's got light tank capabilities, or you can say it's a light tank with medium tank capabilities, except, well, I don't know. I think it's more of a light tank with medium. No. It's more of a light tank, yeah, with medium tank capabilities, because a medium tank, most mediums at least, have armor. Exceptions are the Leopard, the Standard B, stuff like that. But I think in general, at least for a majority of tanks, I think a lot of people can agree that most mediums have somewhat armor, or at least workable. And this was very smart of me here. You guys will see this. So I'm actually spotted, and I didn't time this right at first because I thought the ELC was there. Take a wild guess where he is. I want you guys to guess. Let's see if you can guess. If I got spotted about 5 seconds before I peeked the corner, where's the only other bush? I'm gonna let you guys think here for a minute. Which one? Yep. Yeah, I figured he's either there or to the bush to the right. And first or second, technically second guess, he was to the left bush. I've never seen that before, honestly. I've seen EPRs go up higher, which is why I kind of thought he was there at first, but I'm like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. And guys, let me just tell you, it's gonna be a farm fest. This is the highest raw damage I've ever done in a light tank. Besides the EBR, I got pretty close to the same. Yeah, I was not expecting this whatsoever. But like I said, medium tank gun. What more could you want on a light tank? I kind of think I found my playstyle. You guys know I love the T57 heavy, so that's kind of my playstyle as far as like good gun is part of it, and decent mobility, or I can replace the mobility with some trollish slash decent armor. And I also bought back my T77. I can't stand that tank, at least not with the good, at least not with a bad crew. I'm still training it, but I'm getting a lot more along with it. It's basically just all it is a T57 at tier 8, but with a little bit worse gun handling, and, you know, just slightly, you know, one less shell, but I think it has similar, the same alpha. And I noticed we're actually about to lose south, and there's not much more I can do here, so I just decided to drive up a little bit, and ooh, look at that. I could have intuition to HE, but to be fair, I wanted to take the shot because I probably wouldn't have gotten it if I intuitioned, because he would have gotten behind it most likely. And so this is where I kind of help us win the game, but I also get very lucky because it allows me to farm damage based off of the way that my allies are in the north, and based off of where the enemy is kind of just YOLOing the DE line there, as you guys can see where that TVP is. So this is going to be quite interesting. So we're already at 2k raw, and we're going to get a lot more, much more. Yeah, I have mixed feelings about this tank. If people don't pay attention to you, you can do this as much as you want, but if the second somebody looks at you, especially like an ISU, you gotta be extremely careful. And yeah, I don't know where that shot went either. I think it was just RNG being stupid and it caught itself in the wheel. Surprisingly, I don't get lit there. I think I have like 33% camo or something without LNE. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you. I couldn't tell you. I haven't looked at it in so long, but I know it's decent for a tier 8, but compared to all the others tier 8 light tanks, it's pure trash. And yeah, I don't know where that shot went either. I think that's just RNG, but I'm not mad about it because it's kind of sketchy. I wish it would have hit though, because I would have saved my ally. Not that it mattered a whole lot, but you can see though too, we completed a mission for the Chimera, one of them. Which one is it? Number 6. It's the Alliance 6, I believe, something like that. But anyways, time to go kill me a Rheinmetall Borzig and a ELC. This should be fun. So yeah, we're at 2.5k raw damage. Not very much at the moment. It's decent for a tier 8 light, if you ask me, especially considering the map. I don't know. I don't know if this map is good or bad, but like I said, I personally do not like it. Unless if I'm in a hold down tank. But yeah, I honestly have no other words for it. But there's their ELC, and I got kind of lucky too because I didn't lose a single hit point. Hi Borzig, how are you, buddy? I hope you enjoy a little bit of HE action. Actually, I lied. He missed, guys. He missed. It's quite funny. And this is where, yeah, that's just me being bad. And we ran out of HE, unfortunately, but yeah, we're farming damage, guys. And of course, he's on a long reload, and so am I, because he ammo racks me. How does an ELC ammo rack me? I got no clue. I wanted to kill him, but it's okay. Look at that, guys. 4,500 raw damage in a light tank. And we got that pretty easily, honestly. If you ask me, we got that very easily. I'm quite surprised, to be completely honest with you. I was not expecting that. And of course, here are the battle results. Ace Tanker for the we got blind shots too. Almost, we were like 1.5 shots, maybe one shot if we high rolled, away from 5,000 raw damage in a tier 8 light tank. Pretty good, if you ask me. We got bonds for completing that mission with honors. The block. Oh, it's a block mission. I'm sorry, not an alliance. I think alliance is a different nations, but we got a high caliber and a light tank. Not something you see very often. And of course, we did over double. Actually, I lied. Almost double of what our second guy did. Pretty lucky too, but also kind of just not normal. And after everything, we still made 80 something thousand that game. So very nice. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Let me know what you guys think of my 2 best replays of the year, at least streams while streaming. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. I'll catch you guys later, and I plan on making another video around Christmas, and I might do a Christmas stream. We'll see. I'll let you guys. I'll update you guys on that. But I hope you have a good day, and I'll catch you later. Peace.